Good morning, everyone. How are we all doing? Sorry, had to plug you guys in. Okay, we are in Grand Forks at Home Hardware. Kind of. It's Home Hardwares are all different names. Okay, how the heck do we get out of here? I need to do a U-turn and go the opposite direction. I don't think I can do that. Yay. This isn't a tight fit or anything, is it? Yeah, there's no way in the world I can do a U-turn around this fence. Okay. Jess, you're gonna have to clear me. It's gonna be hard to see vehicles in front of me, let alone vehicles behind me, so. I've got a gap coming here soon.
I must have hit a red light.
Okay, I'm going to lose the gap.
Okay,
Go. These people will have to slow down, but there's no other way. We'll just go do a U-turn up here somewhere. Okay, yeah, there's no way in the world I could have done a turn there. It was better going this way. Actually, there's a little triangle turn here to that red light. I'm gonna do that. That corner will be fine. There's a one-way here. Going to that light right in front of us. Do a little triangle. Where are you going, bike? Being irregular.
Turn left on
Unpredictable.
19th Street, then take the first left.
Here's that other sharp corner, but this one I can make. Yeah, looks good. Make it as wide as possible to have as little wear on the tires as possible. Yeah, the turning radius on these trailers, the turning point on these trailers has to be the front axle of the lead. The lead turning point is the front axle because the rear two axles tires are wearing more. So the turning point is the front axle on these lead, which means I can turn much tighter around corners. The trailers follow me nicer. They must have designed it so that the front axle has just slightly more weight than the other ones, giving me a better turning radius. Follow me so nicely. There we go. U-turn completed. I have to clean my windows. Okay, we're headed to Castlegar. So Grand Forks to Castlegar over the Balls and empty. Unload it right here. This is where Home Hardware is. The right hand side.
Continue on Highway 3.
Get to drive into the blinding sun for a little bit. So guys, I'm having some issues with video editing. It seems a lot of my long videos, Adobe Premiere, whatever video editing program I use, doesn't read the videos correctly every now and then if they're long videos. So I'm gonna try to keep all my videos, I used to always keep them under 15 minutes, keep them short videos, but you guys all prefer the longer ones. But I'm gonna keep the videos all under 30 minutes, basically one take videos or a bunch of short clips like today. So we'll see if that works better. I've been catching ones on Adobe, but apparently a couple have gotten, or at least one has gotten through where you guys caught it, I didn't catch it. It's quite obnoxious, where the sound doesn't match the video. The sound just in the 15 minutes into the video repeats itself starting from the beginning, which is super annoying. Super annoying. So I will try hard to keep my videos under 30 minutes or a bunch of clips edited together. This is always a super narrow bridge here. Narrow bridge and then a 90-degree corner right after at 50 kilometers an hour. I'm surprised there's not more accents on here, especially in the winter. Paulson Bridge construction. Should be on a green light any second because the other side's been stopped. Any minute. There it is. This is narrow. They have that center median way over the edge, so we kind of have to drive on the shoulder here. And it's like a straight drop down to nothingness down there. Cool, you can see a tunnel down there. I don't know if you guys can see it, but the old railroad tunnel down there. Looks like they've done a lot of concrete pouring already. Making good progress on that side, but if they're going to finish both sides of the bridge this year, I think they're behind. Maybe they're only doing one side of the bridge this year and then the other side next year. I don't know. So we loaded Kalashnikov, not maxed out weight. We've kind of expecting that. Got a bit of a lighter load. It's still heavy, but it's a bit lighter load. Headed to Mission. Just headed westbound on Highway 3 right now. Not at all what I was expecting. Definitely not expecting the load at Kalashnikov. We're loading at Kalashnikov a lot, so that's a good sign for our contract with them. They've got lots of customers. got my timing pretty much down pat coming down this hill. I know exactly where I can upshift. The logging truck behind me is actually falling behind, coming down quicker than he is. But I know exactly where my limits are. And since we had a red light, I know the only vehicle in front of me is that motorcycle. So right over here, I've got landmarks. There's an upshift there.
Nobody ever touches your landmarks.
Hopefully nobody touches my landmarks. And an upshift right there. Four-way flashers off. Okay, as people are passing the logging truck, they're starting to catch up with me. And 16th gear, which would be 7 over. I always start the hill on 5th direct, and then as I get through the steepest section by the bridge, I'm on 5th over. After the bridge, I'm on 6th direct, and then my landmarks down here. I stay on 7th over here until it gets a little flatter. Cruise control, upshift right to 18th gear, 8th over. It's a beautiful day out here. Absolutely beautiful. It's going to be a hot week. Yep. Very hot week. We'll see if we can even get through from Osoyoos to Karamias. That forest fire has grown to over 400 hectares, which is 2 square miles. Give or take. So it's gotten really big. I know last week I said I was optimistic they could get it under control, but the wind has really hampered them. I think they got a couple helicopters now and even more crew. So it's definitely burning quite out of control. So we have evacuation notices for the houses along the road. When it comes down the hill, apparently it's burning very quick down the hill with wind. So I'll get Jess to check the road conditions and see if we're allowed to take Highway 3 through there. They have instructions for drivers to drive slow, watch for falling debris, trees, rocks. Do not stop. Empty Setco coming up, just like we were doing earlier. Drive with gloves on. Yeah, some people wear driving gloves.
Personally, I'm just like hot, because I would be hot.
My Canadian flag still flapping away behind me. That thing is held up really well, like really well. The whole seam around the outside is completely obliterated, but after that it's kind of just held it. Yeah, just the very edge is a little tattered, a little rough. It's like, it's frayed. The whole edge is like frayed looking, but just the edge. The whole flag still is nice and solid. got really dirty there for a bit, but we got all that rain, it's washed itself a bit, so I definitely mount the flag differently next time, so a little higher up. I think it would stay cleaner. Wouldn't get tangled in my chains as much. So I'll keep flying it until it starts looking gross. Then I'll take it down, and then next year we'll mount it a little differently. A beautiful day. A couple of big clouds, but I don't think there was rain in the forecast. But these clouds could potentially become rain clouds. I don't know, we'll see. We'll see. Christina Lake should look beautiful today, coming around that corner. Never stopped at this rest area with a big rig, but I think you could stop on the road here and walk in. The rest area is definitely not trucker friendly, but just park on the roadway here. That driveway there is gated off anyway. Walk in there if we ever needed it timed out. All those things to think about. I'm always looking at pullouts and going, okay, try to remember there's a nice pullout over there. You never know when the time's out that you need a place to sleep. Something goes wrong, doesn't go to plan, and you have to sleep up here somewhere, so always looking. Especially roads that we don't go on very often. Go, okay, kind of make a mental note. I don't ever see us needing to sleep in this area, but things sometimes happen. Or if you got a tire blowout or something, go, hey, I know there's a pullout half a mile down the road. I'll just baby it down that way. Crawl that half mile and pull out on the pullout. That way when you have the tire truck coming over to repair your tire, he doesn't have to repair you on the side of a busy highway. He can repair you on a pullout nice and safely. Is indeed beautiful. A couple of boats out there. People on their vacations. Most likely Albertans. Christina Lake fills up with Albertans in the summer. Yeah, next weekend's a long weekend. See how that plays out. us what we're gonna do, what kind of road runs we get. We might get like a Saskatchewan run or something and get to run all of Monday on the long weekend. I'd be okay with that. Deliver Saskatchewan Tuesday morning. Could always hint. Yeah, let it happen. Let whatever happens, happens. If I get a long weekend at home, great. If I get a long run to Saskatchewan, great. I'm happy with both. One is more money and the other one's more time. I'm happy with both. I do have that video game, so if I got extra time now. A long weekend we don't want to go camping or anything, but we do have to get an oil change on our pickup. Because the weekend after we want to go to an air show. So, yeah, we'll see how things settle down. Should have the viewpoint of Osias here just a few seconds. Some of those bikes sometimes lean quite a far over that yellow line. Just because you put your tires on the other side of the yellow line doesn't mean your head's on the other side of the yellow line. Westbound has a nice viewpoint up here, but I always think the eastbound viewpoint is nicer than the westbound one. Westbound one is a beautiful viewpoint. The eastbound one is on this hairpin here, and you have a more of a 360, at least a 180 view of the whole valley. I always think this is one of those beautiful, magical parts of the highway where you're switching back and forth and just stunning views. Turn that down. from where that the top hairpin to this next hairpin, I go pretty slow. If you go faster than what I'm going, you end up using up a lot of brake. Is that RV? Okay, he was thinking about passing me, but decided not to. It's a very short passing zone. If you're in a big RV, that's a bit sketchy passing here. As you can see by brake lines around this corner. There's always brake lines around this corner. As these old ones wear down, new ones show up. People that come down this hill too fast. Call cone is making a noise? Okay, maybe I had a button on it. There we go. Now I can gain some speed again. Not too much speed. Looking down the hill over here, making sure there's not another rig in front of me that I didn't know about, crawling down slower than I am. Because I'm going down at a speed I know I can safely go down to the bottom. But if all of a sudden there's a vehicle going much slower than me, I have to start slowing down early because I'll have to apply brakes. And if I have to apply brakes, heavy brakes near the end, I will smoke those brakes. So not like I haven't ever done that. Did that once. Came down about the speed we are, but didn't account for a very slow truck in front of me going half the speed I was. Ability to slow down going down this hill safely without overheating the brakes, but I need to do it early, so I only have to apply a little bit of brake, slowly drag the brakes to slow us down. But if I don't catch a slow rig in front of us in time, I have to go heavy brakes, and that's not a good idea. Runaway lanes. Always like Osoyoos. Beautiful, beautiful little city. Complete tourist trap in the summer. Still beautiful. Taking Highway 3 through British Columbia. Plan on spending a day here and just explore. It's wine tasting, swimming, boating, kayaking, hiking in the mountains. hiking to the top of mountains, Mount Cobo, beautiful viewpoints, Spot Lake. Lots to do in this town and the surrounding area. See, I don't even curb that corner anymore. My last set of trailers, I'd always curb that corner. Just kind of rub the side of that. It's not like a real curb, concrete curb, it's just a paved curb there. These trailers, they stay a couple inches away from that curb. Really, really like these trailers. I don't know if I've mentioned that before. I have an awesome job, and I like my new trailers. A little amusement park here too. Rides, miniature golfing, go-karts, bumper boats. I don't think we've gone mini golfing this year yet. This is a long weekend. There'll be lots of tourists, but mini golfing might be a fun thing to do this weekend. Stopped at Dairy Queen here yesterday. Lots of truckers stop at this Dairy Queen because there's space here for us to actually stop. This one and in Princeton are the two Dairy Queens that are convenient to stop along Highway 3. Gotta keep your eyes peeled for pedestrians the closer you get to downtown. People on the grass there, some more people on the beach down there, lots of people on the beach down there.
In 400 meters, turn left on Crown's Nest Highway.
Oh, Jess says that she bets the water finally feels warm. Well, actually, it'd probably feel kind of cool with the air being plus 31 degrees Celsius, but it would feel nice going into that water right now. Yeah, we have not had a lot of hot days this summer so far to heat up the water, so.
Turn left at the traffic light.
Warmest city in Canada, this city right here. Yeah, there's definitely tow truck issues here. Someone's getting towed. Oh, car, watch out. Coming through. reverse lights. Another place where big rigs stop on both sides because of Tim Hortons here. There's enough room to stop on both sides. Well, not legally for a Super B. They do all the time, but legally I don't think there's enough room to stop there for a Super B. Just a 53-footer trailer, you'd be fine. Off to Yes, the road's still open. The road's still open. Cool. Yeah, there's several fires burning now, but this one they say is still a really slow, smoldering fire. It's not a huge fire. It's just one of those fires every time the wind picks up, it kind of goes out of control and just keeps spreading and jumping past their lines. Richter. I think I pronounced it Richer last time, but I think it's really pronounced Richter. Climb Richter Pass. And we'll see how the fire looks on the other side. Hopefully the road's open, because it could change any second. Just because it's open right now doesn't mean it'll be open by the time we get to where the fire is. Whatever you just ate you did not like. Looks like that new home hardware store is making some good progress here next to the airport. There's actually an airplane parked there. Every now and then there's an airplane parked there. Definitely making good progress. I smell it. I smell the fire. Just past a sign that said smoke on highway, no stopping. Watch for falling rock. Why falling rock? How does a fire make falling rock? Or is it from the firefighters out there messing around causing rock slides? Or does the fire itself cause rock slides? I see smoke way up there, so it looks like the fire is way up top. Yeah, way up top there's white smoke. Very similar to last time, but here you can see it came all the way down. All these trees are burnt down here. So it came right to the highway, yeah. None of this was burned last time we came through here. So it burned right to the highway. Yeah, it's all charred. These trees are all gonna die. Yeah, hydro poles, telephone poles are burnt. The fence posts for the farmer are all burnt. That'd be why the highway got closed for a bit on Friday. Or was it Thursday?
Friday.
Yeah, here's a whole bunch of rocks that have come down, and it's been burnt over here. Yeah, burnt all the way around here. Yeah.
They saved them.
Right to the vineyard here. Vineyard probably turned all its irrigation on.
But yeah, that was up top.
Yeah, it's down here it looks like it's pretty much out. I'm sure there's still embers. If the wind picks up, it'll relight down here, but yeah, just smoldering here and there. It's definitely burning up high. I think they got like 9 helicopters on the thing now, so. They've got the resources scattered all over British Columbia, so if there's a bigger fire, you have to start gathering these resources, sending them to the bigger fire. Unfortunately, leaving those other places unprotected by a few. So if you pull everybody out, then a small forest fire that could have been put out over there will become a big one. Definitely a balancing act, deciding where to send firefighters and helicopters and fire trucks,
This would have been much
water
worse.
pumps. Yeah, it's still pretty moist. This fire would definitely be a lot worse in 2 or 3 weeks from now. So I suspect it's going to be a lot drier in 2 or 3 weeks. Fires from Washington or going down Sunday Summit, Highway 3 westbound. Pretty good time. I should be the first truck delivering at this place, so there should be a place for me to sleep on site. If I'm not the first truck, I will have to find somewhere else to park. Delivering in Mission, and they are not very big rig friendly for parking. I don't really have a backup if that doesn't work out. Don't think we'd have to go all the way back to Bridal Falls. Chilliwack would have Chilliwack has spots I can park. Chilliwack Central office. We could park there if we had to. Why would you get no sleep? Yeah, that's definitely train tracks. I don't mind sleeping beside trains, but grab a couple of gears here before we go down the steep section. I'd like to be in 11th or 10th gear going down here. 11th gear is what I'm in right now. That's 5th gear direct. If I'm maxed out load, I definitely go for 10th gear. This isn't a maxed out load, so 11th should be okay. I'll need some brakes at the very bottom there, but should still be good. A little bit down here. I think I was dragging my brakes. I wasn't applying them hard enough to actually tell the difference. I think I would have gone faster if I wasn't dragging. A little bit cooler up here, 28 degrees. Celsius it was 32. It's going to be a hot week, I think. A hot week. Just got a Tridem axle there. Exactly a great place for an RV to stop, unless he's broken down there. I always love riding along the Milkmain River. Really beautiful. But very shallow right now. Very shallow. Just read the Castanet news article. that I was wrong. The helicopters are not taking water from the Smilkameen River. They're taking it from Osoyoos Lake. Quite green here towards Manning Park. Like Okanagan has gone a lot drier than over here, so it's good there's still lots of green here. No, you don't hear fires in this area. I think it's far enough over because Allison Pass here is the first tall pass, so they get a lot more rain here than on the other side of this pass. Beautiful blue skies. I'm quite enjoying this ride today. Quite relaxing. I don't have anything exciting to talk about, so the scenery will have to do. I'm hungry for a snack though. Trying to decide what I'm hungry for though. I wouldn't want to say cookies or else I might become a cookie monster. Got a couple of vehicles behind us today. Quite often when I go from here into the 4-lane, people pass me and then slow down. They've been behind me for such a long time, especially if there's a long lineup, that they just assume I will be going a slower speed limit. I saw you guys earlier in the morning. Saw both of those trucks near Castlegar in the morning. Somewhere over the fault line, I saw both of those trucks. They're making some good time. I don't know how they can be here already. It doesn't make sense. Because they're still, I'm still a good 2.5 hours from where they would unload. Yeah, it's about 2.5, 3 hours where they would unload. They don't unload way into the city. They unload the outskirts, but like by Langley. They're owner-operators, so maybe they just speed a lot. Like, you'd have to speed a lot, though. and they're probably running lighter, so chips are very, very light this time of year when all the trees are dry. So they're probably running a lot lighter, but still impressive that they're coming back already. I can't think of any of the lumber mills they would have dropped near where they could drop chips. So maybe the lighter loads plus speeding has got them about 4 hours further ahead of schedule than me, which is still insane, 4 or 5 hours. I only know that of the 2 trucks that they run, so if they have more than the 2 trucks, that'd be news to me, but maybe. How long did it take us to load? Because you have to remember that too. Because I saw them going over. We were headed east when they were going west already. So got to think a couple hours there too. So yeah, I guess it could be realistic. Yeah, they're lighter and they're probably speeding. And I had a load, so. Talking about? Oh yeah, people passing me. People assume I'm still going slow because they've been behind me for such a long time. They pass me, slow down to the speed they want to go, and then I have to repass them. Quite often as I repass them, they go, oh, I'm getting passed by a truck that I've been stuck behind. I'm going to go faster. Which is fine. Go the speed limit. You'll stay in front of me. That's what I'm doing. I'm doing the speed limit. Just make up your mind what you're doing. I always like Manning Park. This whole area here. Hope Princeton. Beautiful highway. Some ideas for this weekend. Yeah, we'll see how it'll play out. But I got some good ideas for this weekend. It might be fun. It might be a fun weekend. I have some ideas. I'm not sure. I have some ideas. I have multiple ideas. I have 2 quadding trips in mind. There's a lot of if this then that's going to happen. A lot of things have to happen, right? I have 2 very different quadding trips planned. I've got kayaking trip planned too. I've got there's plans. Yeah, that's the issue. How busy are those places going to be to get into? Definitely no camping. There's a big dust cloud behind me. repeated the dust cloud. Okay, I'm just wondering, I'm like, does nobody run near the white line? Maybe that's what the dust cloud was, so I ran near the white line. Yep, big dust cloud comes up, so. Okay, I was worried there a little bit. I'm like, what created a big dust cloud behind me? What does our dispatch say? See if there's a plan for me getting some new tires. Or not necessarily new tires, but replace my current tires.
I don't have a plan since don't have the tires. But down this loop and
Okay, so basically, just notifying me that there is a plan sort of going on.
they're aware of it.
They're aware of my tire situation and they're working on something. That's all I need. I'm still safe. Sheesh.
It's trying to find roads.
RV keeps crossing that center line. Like they're swerving all over the place. It's like there's no straight and smooth maneuvers. It's got to be seasick riding in that thing. They just keep swerving back and forth, left and right, left and right. And it's like they're driving like in the movies where the steering wheel keeps going all over the place. I got a feeling it is a new driver issue. That every time he looks in the mirror, he turns that direction. It's a new driver thing. Because you still aren't enough experienced. Every time you look away from the front of you, you happen to turn that direction. It takes some time to untrain that. So that RV is definitely burning oil. Not a pleasant smell. Well, guys, I think we'll leave it there. Thank you so much for watching. I'll see you tomorrow. See if I get a tire plan by tomorrow. Like, my guess is I'm going to get tires on Wednesday morning or Friday morning. That's my guess. I would prefer it to be Wednesday, but it's what it is. You always like that view of those mountains peeking out in the background there. Yeah, it's funny. This is about the only place you get that view unless you go drive up to that scenic lookout. As you get closer, there's too many smaller mountains that block that view. So if you guys ever want a beautiful, beautiful viewpoint, Manning Park has a beautiful viewpoint. Cascade Lookout, or signs that'll point that way, and signs like that one we just passed. It's right across the road from the resort. So basically you want to head north up to the Lookout Point Road. You'll never regret it if you're coming through here and have a few hours extra to spend. Drive up to that Lookout Point. It is a very seasonal road, yep. But yeah, thank you guys for watching. We'll see what kind of load we're running back to the Kootenays tomorrow. Timber Mart. I say we're doing that. Yeah, I say we're doing a Timber Mart. It's the beginning of the week, early week. People have placed their orders after the weekend, so I say it's a Timber Mart to trail run. Yep, that's my guess. Tune in tomorrow to see if I'm right. I think I'm right this time. Yeah, pretty optimistic. I'm right this time. I'm always right.